Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Western Centurion channel, and today is Sunday the 5th of November. So yeah, Guy Fawkes night. Actually not many people actually call it Guy Fawkes night anymore, do they? I think it's generally always called bonfire night or firework night. Very rarely hear people saying about Guy Fawkes, and pretty much that's the whole reason behind our firework displays and everything, isn't it? And they don't use that terminology anymore. How bizarre is that? Actually, it's got me thinking. I don't know if any of you used to, but when I was younger, many years ago, we used to make a guy, sit it on our go-kart and drag it around the houses trying to get money for the guy to buy fireworks with. Oh my God, how dangerous was that? Yeah, I remember that used to be so exciting. Was November the 5th, or the build up to November the 5th was absolutely awesome. We used to have so much fun in the days when you used to be able to just buy little bangers and let those off. Oh God. The more I think about it, the more I think how naughty we used to be, and to maybe to the extent that I can't actually broadcast that here on YouTube. What a shame. Maybe if I do a separate video and do it as an 18, I can actually get away with telling you some of the stuff we used to get up to. That brings back real fond memories. But anyhow, no, that's not what we're here for. No. Well, I hope you liked that little bit of the start to the video, which is to do with Glenn Drewett Junction, which one reason I'm looking is because it's right there, and I'm so chuffed with how it's come on. Because what you saw in the video was just that double slip in place with a single right hand turnout, and D1026 Western Centurion, what's the word? Traversing the turnouts. And I just wanted you to be able to see what it's like, and it works perfectly. And that was the double slip that Glenn gave me. Since then, since I made that video, I've actually completed the junction. So Glenn Drewett Junction is now 95% complete, because all I need to do is put the servos in. But anyway, enough of me telling you about that myself. Here's a bit more to it so you can see what it looks like as it is at this moment. Okay, so catch you again in a minute. Glenn Drewett Junction is nearly complete. Just a few more things left to do, and that is just to put the servo motors in place. So Glenn Drewett Junction actually takes up 7 turnouts. So that includes 3 of the double slips. So that's 1 double slip, which leads on to the 2nd double slip, and then just round here we have the 3rd double slip. And also incorporated our what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4 single turnouts. Now, as I said, I've still got to put the servos in place. That will be 10 altogether, 10 servos to operate this junction. But I have already, as you would have seen in the video just before this, got servos in there. So for turnout 11 and 12, servos already in place and wired up, and there's a servo there for number 10. So that's how I managed to operate these turnouts, just running the loco across, just to see how they worked. As you see, I've fixed down the track here as well, and onto the drop down section, and that's all wired in. This is the next phase I've got to do. This isn't fitted down obviously, but before I can fit that, I need to figure out how I'm going to get from here down into the rest of the fiddle yard along there. I've got some ideas, but yes, basically this is the Glenn Drewett Junction nearing completion, and I will be putting in the servos. I'll probably try and get that done in the evenings this week, or if not in the evenings, I'll do it next weekend, or start doing it next weekend. And I think when it's actually up and operational, it is going to be absolutely awesome to see locos going up and down there. I've added here, still again, just for my own reference, what is the up line. So this is up line, down line for the inclines, and this is the up line and down line for the fiddle yard. So when everything's completed and the top level's completed, we'll be having locos continuously running up and down these bits of track. Anyway, I hope you all think the same as me. That does look absolutely fabulous, doesn't it? And trying to get it to work with Hornby Railmaster was, shall we say, interesting. I'll probably do a separate video on that, because it does get a little bit technical and I've still got to get my head around doing it. But the way I've had to do it is, when I operate turnout 12 or switch 12, it actually turns number 11. I've had to swap these over. They still come up as 11 and 12 on Railmaster, but here I've swapped them over so that when I do 12, it actuates number 11 and number 11 is number 12. That was just so I could get the frog polarity right. But I'll explain all that in the other video about it, okay? That's if you want me to do one. If you do, just say, and I'll try and make the time to do that. But I'm so looking forward to getting these turnouts put in as well. Oh, by the way, this is the one that Glenn gave me. So Glenn, thank you very much. And you got to see your turnout, your double slip, sorry, in operation with the Western Centurion. Absolutely brilliant, loved it. So yeah, next stage is to start getting the rest of this done. What I might do, I might leave everything here on the right, not touch that yet, but continue with the up and down lines so that I can get all done around that end of the garage, and then hopefully join it all back up with the fiddle yard under there. So yeah, as you can see, we are getting there, slowly but surely. We are getting there. Exciting times ahead. Alright, so that's it for Glenn Drewett Junction for the moment. Alright, but there will be more to come. Bye bye. Welcome back everyone. I hope you enjoyed that pretty short video as it was of the Glenn Drewett Junction. God, sorry Glenn. I've got to make an apology to you all, because I think in one of the about 2 videos or 3 videos back, I was calling Glenn Glyn. Now that is a name I really get myself muddled up with. My brother-in-law is called Glyn, so that's spelled G-L-Y, whereas Glenn is spelled G-L-E. And I keep getting myself muddled up with pronouncing it, because I've spent the last 30 odd years saying Glyn, which is my brother-in-law, and and now trying to say Glenn, I get muddled up in here. But anyway, so yes, it is the Glenn Drewett Junction, and it's brilliant. As I said, just got to get the servos in, get them all connected up. I will do, if you want me to, I'll do a different video detailing how I set it all up on Railmaster, because I did it slightly different to the way that Railmaster suggests doing it for double slips. Primarily because if I did the double slips on Railmaster the way they did it, it just uses up too much room on the layout in Railmaster. But it means you've got to do a couple of things differently or reversed. So yeah, if you want me to do a separate video on that, just say and I will. So what we had Halloween, didn't we, on the 31st, and there are a couple of great videos I saw. The first one I saw was from David Atkins. Now that's of the David Atkins YouTube channel as well. Now David lives in Canada, and he's part of a heritage railway as well, and they do a special Halloween run with their steam loco. Go and have a look. I don't know, I might have a link come up now if I can work out how to do it, or there'll be a link at the end of the video. Alright, that's really worth going to have a look at. They do Halloween so much better than us. And then Fred of the Fred's Wilbury line channel. He uploaded his Halloween video, but when he uploaded it, it was uploaded as private, so no one actually got to see it, I don't think, until the day after. And Fred, that was absolutely cracking video. Really enjoyed it and loved the zombies. So again, there'll be a link for that video as well at the end of this one. But that leads me on to, because Fred wanted to borrow some coaches off of me, and but circumstances prevented that, primarily because we were going out for Sunday lunch and we wouldn't have been in for Fred to pick them up. But anyway, Fred, so for you, here's one of the coaches. Okay, I have 3 Halloween or zombie and ghost train coaches. Alright, now these are American, and I purchased these. Hopefully there'll be some pictures up in the top right hand corner as I go through this. Now I purchased these when I was looking for 3 more ambulance train coaches, because I wanted to turn that into a 6-coach rake for the ambulance train. And with these 3, I'll be looking at, when the time comes, actually converting them to proper ambulance coaches, which had all the beds in. But anyway, the person I bought those from was selling these coaches, and I thought that'll be brilliant for Halloween. And now this is either last year or it might even have been the year before, so probably 2015. And I couldn't resist them. They're such a good price. I don't think I paid more than £10 or £15 for the 3. I thought it was a bargain, but unfortunately I just haven't had anything to run a Halloween video on. Maybe next Halloween I will, because I'll have more of the fiddle yard done, or hopefully by then the fiddle yard will be completed. And even if I haven't got the top section done, because I've got some ideas for the inclines, and that's going to take a bit more time, I'll be able to do a Halloween with these 3 coaches. But Fred made his own coach or wagon, absolutely brilliant. So yeah, you've got to go and see that video. What else I've been up to? I don't know if any of you have heard of a website called AliExpress. So it's just basically A-L-I Express. Now it's a website that is a portal to Chinese manufacturers and suppliers. And yes, I know, quality generally isn't that brilliant with Chinese stuff, but when you think of everything we buy on eBay, I would say 75%, if not 80% of that is made and imported from China. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, for the layout, I looked on. Yes, I did have a look on there, and they got all the figures you can, all the little people and everything, but they're not absolutely brilliant unless you want brightly coloured figures. But again, they're cheap. You can get the trees and all that sort of stuff, and you can also buy Dcc Decoders for about £9 each. Now I've got some here. Now I didn't buy them direct from China. I bought these off of eBay from a UK company, and I think they charge about £3-4 extra on top. I think it's free delivery, but majority of stuff from China is free delivery. There'll be a link for that as well, because what I did buy from there are these, our relay boards. Now these are the right ones, the ones that we need. And I think I got these, I think they were $1.75, so about £1.50 each. Now I bought 10, so you can calculate your maths on that. Whereas these on eBay are around about £3.50, £4 each. And some of them you've got to pay for shipping or postage as well. I've tried a couple at random out the box, and they work absolutely fine. I've only got 8 left now because I gave 2 of them to our electronics engineer at work, basically just as a thank you for everything that he's done in helping me with the electronics side here. So yeah, we have a box of 8 here now. So that is, it's 4, 8, 1, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Enough there to operate 32 turnouts for under £15. But I see it, get a bargain. So, and well, a bit more story to this is that I ordered this a long time ago, and I think I was probably drunk, shall we say, or I'd been drinking when I did the ordering. I signed up to the AliExpress website and saw those, and I bought them. Now they were shipped, they arrived at the UK, several delivery attempts were made, all failed, and they were shipped back to China. And I thought, well, I can't, no one ever came to the house, no one left a leaflet saying they tried to deliver. Apparently it was Royal Mail. So I went back, I opened a dispute, went through the dispute and everything, and then I realised I put the wrong address in, or the correct house address, but the number was wrong. I got the 2 digits the wrong way round. So those delivery attempts were at a house further down the road. So I went back to the supplier in China, well, grovelled, shall we say, apologised to them, and they were absolutely brilliant, and they resent the relays, and it took 10 days for them to arrive. You couldn't ask for better than that, and they covered, I'd say they were at a loss because they covered the postage and everything, and providing all 8 of those that I've got here work, that would be a result. Other little bargains you can look for. Books. Now I've got 3 books here. Got these a while ago. Well, this one I got a while ago, which is GWR Junction Stations. Unfortunately, William Bassett isn't on there. That's the reason I bought it. But it's not there. But again, condition is absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you can see that. And then the back. Then we've got Western Diesels in camera, another fabulous book. See, mint condition, the pages look as though they haven't even been turned, to be honest. So what was that? Oh, it was £3.95 when it came out. Now I saw this at a model railway exhibition and they wanted £12, so there's no way I was going to pay £12 for it. And then we have The Heart of the Great Western. No, immaculate condition, absolutely fabulous. And there's a lot of detail in here as well. And I love the fact they got the junctions, look. This is Didcot Vauxhall Junction. So for me, I got all of these for reference material. Okay, for them to look through. Now the thing is, all of these I bought on Amazon. They're second hand. And these two cost me £1 each. And about either £2.50 or £2.80 postage. And that one cost me 95p plus £2.80 postage, and this came from a charity shop. So if you're looking for good reference books to go whilst designing your model railway, have a look on Amazon and see what comes up. Obviously some books are still on there which are brand new and they're mega bucks, 20 odd pounds, but you do get these like real gems like this, and it does still have its outer sleeve. A little bit mouldy, but otherwise it's great and a fabulous price. So yeah, so there are bargains to be had out there when you need them. You just got to go out there and have a look. There was something else I wanted to show you, but it's over there, so I'll just go and grab it, okay, and I'll be back in a minute. And this is what I wanted to get. Do you remember this little baby? The 14XX that I used for trialing the inclines with. See how well she'd pull a rake of coaches up the inclines using rare earth magnets. Well, I've been still not 100% happy with what I came up with. There's still a lot of room for improvement, and one of the ideas I was looking at was this. So now I've got one rare earth magnet glued to the bottom of this loco and one rare earth magnet underneath, and if I just let go, you can see that magnet underneath, or the two magnets are holding the track to the loco. Now believe me, when this loco will be running up an incline with magnets in this situation, it should pull a full rake of coaches without a problem. But obviously this will mean I need to cut a groove in the wood for the incline and slot in these rare earth magnets underneath. Now I think you can buy the rare earth magnets from AliExpress, that from China, for about half the price as it would cost on eBay. But for me to do both inclines with rare earth magnets is still going to cost around £150. I think that's about roughly, that's what I calculated it out to be. And to do it with the metal strips underneath is free, basically, or bar maybe, shall we say, £20 for the rare earth magnets that I'd need on the locos in total. So say £20 in total. There's a no-brainer in it, isn't it? So I don't think I'll be going with that route with using the rare earth magnets, but I'm still looking. I really am looking to see if there's a different way of doing it, because for me, if you have a look at that is just one rare earth magnet underneath the loco, and you're not going to see it. When it's painted black, it'll be well hidden. Now the current method I'm doing it, I need about 3 rare earth magnets on there, and of course that sticks down a lot more and can be seen from the side. So I'm still going to work on it. Maybe I'm also looking at maybe some thicker magnets, and I'll see how they work, but I've stuck that one on there, so no way am I going to be getting that off. But we'll have a little play about. So yeah, that's it really. I can't think of anything else. No, I think that's my Sunday video finished. Oh yes, was just one more last thing. Lighting. Right. One thing I have realised, these downlighters are lovely. They're not, but they're no good for building or while you're building a model railway. They're just not bright enough. So one of the good things that came out of with Debbie's job or position is the fact that because they're demolishing all the interior of her office where she used to work, is I managed to acquire some lights. So that's these lights here. Now this is one I've already put up, and they're really nice looking lights as well. And I've managed to acquire another 7, so I have 8 in total. And I'm going to be putting some of them up in the garage here, and as a bonus to it all, I've managed all the lighting in their offices was as you walk down the corridor, the lights would come on, and as you passed them they'd go off, and that's because they've got these PIR sensors. And this is one of the sensors here, which I'm going to try and work out how to use it in the garage so that the lighting can stay on all the time, and as you come and go the light will come on. Whilst you're in here it will stay on, and when you go out it'll go out automatically. And now initially I was thinking about running them off of 2 plugs. So if I was going to have 8 in here, I'd have 4 running off one plug and 4 running off the other plug. Either that, or I will I don't know how many. If I had 8 it might be too much, so it might just be 6. Or either that, I'll just take the wiring out of the consumer unit and wire them direct to that on a full loop round, and just use the PIR sensor as for turning them on and off. I really don't know at the moment, but that's to be thought of. And they were free. And when I've finished in the garage, done what I need, most of them will come down, and I'll use some of those up in the attic or in the loft because I need to get that done. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all enjoyed the if you went to any bonfire nights last night, and I hope you enjoy any that you're going to tonight. I'm not going at all, but hey, maybe I'll go next year. Alright, but above all keep safe and catch you again next weekend. Alright, bye.